All right, hello and welcome back to the Mastercup Community Tournament sponsored by Cooler Master. My name is Meyer, and today for the second time in a row, I was going to say second time in a week, second time in a row, Mr. Frydasol. Welcome back, man. How's it going?
Hey guys, hello. We're back for the Mastercup finale. It's gonna be insane. I'm here with Meyer, the guy with the amazing voice. And I'm Fry, the Brawlhalla expert at hand, of course. And
That's right.
We're gonna be casting some insane Brawlhalla matches in the Mastercup tournament today, guys.
That's true. You're a Brawlhalla expert in more ways than one because I believe you actually tried to qualify, and you did. And then you were asked, hey, Fry, you want to cast? And then you couldn't do both, and so here you are. So you're not only here as our expert, but you had to show the fact that you are. But end of the day, I think we have 12 contestants ready to roll today. It's going to be a 1v1 best of 3 double elimination with no bracket reset, I believe.
Well, I think there is a lower bracket. Because
okay,
yeah, there is a lower bracket. It's double elimination, so we're gonna see quite a few matches today, but we're not getting to cast every single set. We're only gonna cast the interesting ones.
That's
of
right,
course, the finals.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, there are going to be so many exciting matches today because, I mean, hey, I think every single time we've had a Brawlhalla tournament here on the Mastercup, we've seen the likes of Fizaru 80, we've seen Machete, we've seen Linux, the Leo. I don't actually think, maybe Featherstorm is new. Knockback, I remember from last week, you said, hey, Knockback, man, if you manage to beat me, take this stock, you have to apply, and here they are,
and he qualified.
They did, yeah.
Okay, well, man. I guess I'm rooting for Knockback now.
But if we have a quick look at the tournament listing here, we have, for those who are listening, we got Fizaru 80, Machete, Linux, the Leo, Fix, Eve, Choco, Sadra, we got Crossy Chainsaw, Featherstorm, Knockback, and Etrom Lairs. Of all those names, obviously, Fry, I mean, like, we kind of have, you know, some love for Knockback because of last week's community Let's Play, but any of those names like come out to you as maybe perhaps somebody to keep an eye out for today?
Well, I'm gonna be honest with you here, Meyer. Every single person on this list that I have in front of me is someone that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
Half of them I fought hundreds of times, and the other half I've just fought a few times, or maybe I've seen their names here and there. But this list is actually way more stacked than people would imagine. There's professional player like Machete on the list here, or Linux, or actually Shadra Baguette Senpai, the one and only. Such an underrated player. I'm glad to see that we're gonna see some Shadra gameplay today. It's gonna be interesting for sure.
Well, I'm looking forward to it now. I mean, more than ever, because I think every single time we've had a Brawlhalla tournament here, we have had more and more people from the competitive scene coming in to kind of show us exactly how Brawlhalla should be played. And you're saying that this week is gonna be, you know, one for, I guess, the record books here. We have our first matchup just about getting ready now. We have, I believe, Fix versus Etron Lairs will be our first two contestants. Can you tell us a tiny bit about these two contestants?
Well, when I said I know all the players, and some of them I've just seen. Well, Atrom is one of the players that I've only seen a few times, but keep in mind he's the person taking over my spot in the tournament because I sadly had to DQ just to cast it, because casting is gonna be more fun for sure. And he's fighting Fix, and Fix is actually a really insane player. I've fought him dozens of times, and he watches my streams quite often, so he's a great friend of mine as well. I consider him a close friend of mine, so I'm gonna be rooting for Fix here. But I mean, it would be a shame if Atrom lost and my spot went to waste. You know, I would not like that much.
All right, so I guess we're kind of rooting for both for different reasons. Etron because they have your spot here, but Fix because they're from Team Fry. But here we go, man. So we actually do have a list of prizes for which our contestants here are going to be playing for, because obviously with our Mastercup tournaments, of course, it's cool to, you know, be up here and to compete and stuff with people on the same level or higher. But, you know, there's also some fun Cooler Master prizes to be won as well. We'll have a fancy graphic for you guys on stream very soon so you guys can see exactly what it is. But off the top of my head, I believe we've got things like a 27-inch Cooler Master monitor. We've got for first place
165 hertz, Meyer. You don't forget to mention that. I'm sorry for interrupting you, but it's really important.
It is, especially for the FGC, especially for Brawlhalla. You do need as high a frame rate as possible, and with a 165 Ultra IPS monitor from Cooler Master, you know, like hopefully first place will use it, you know what I mean, or find use for it, you know, like second place will be getting an AIO all-in-one PL240 Flux cooler from Cooler Master, and third place will be getting themselves a Cooler Master MF120 prismatic fan to if you're a PC gamer, of course, to make your PC just look a little bit more cool. Anyway, for more information,
all the players in the tournament are PC players, so I think all of them could use a fan for sure.
That's awesome, because I know that, like, for Brawlhalla, one of the biggest selling points for it is the fact you can play it on pretty much everything, right, including the Switch.
Yeah, and the phone as well. There's mobile phone tournaments as well, which is quite interesting. Personally, me, I would somehow find a way to get a keyboard working for a phone, and I would cheat all the mobile phone tournaments, but hey, that's just me, you know?
I mean, why not, to be fair? I mean, that's kind of how I believe the PUBG mobile tournaments are run, to be fair. I mean, like, they use iPads, they use all sorts of things. I've seen somebody with an iPad and mouse running those games before, but I mean, do you know about any Nintendo Switch or mobile players like playing on this scene? Is that possible? Can you do it if you want to?
No, not at all. You know what's crazy as well, Meyer? It's not just you can't compete from a Switch or phone. You can't even compete from consoles, honestly. It's 99.9% of the, actually 100% of the professional scene is completely dominated by PC. I can't even name one good console player from the top of my head here, honestly. It's just PC, so I would be really impressed if someone played from a console here.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like some sort of like, I guess a tournament rule, or it's just one of those things where everybody just happens to be using the PC. But either way, that's kind of interesting.
Actually, it is not the tournament rules. People just prefer to use that because of the hertz that I mentioned previously.
Yeah, of course.
Fun fact, Meyer, we have a player, Crossy Chainsaw, in the tournament, and I believe he used to be a console player who was like a bit stuck on console, but then they switched over to PC, and now they qualified for the Mastercup EU finals. So,
all right. What can you tell us about Crossy Chainsaw? Do you know what character they use? What like I guess, yeah. What character do they use? What weapons do they use? That kind of thing.
Well, he plays all kinds of axe, lance, and Qatar legends. Like his Azure is his most famous pick, but he doubles into some Ragnir here and there. Maybe some Ulgrim. It's a rare pick from him. Mostly Azuri. I think we're gonna see that today. I'm pretty sure.
All right. And as far as picks are concerned for the for this stream and for this tournament in general, who do you expect to see the most? I mean, I think last week we didn't necessarily talk about meta, perhaps. I mean, like, I know in previous Brawlhalla tournaments, you know, I've seen a bunch of Mordexes. Fizaru obviously is always going to use Yumiko, you know, unless Yumiko suddenly disappears. There's no way Fizaru is not using Yumiko. But, like, who do you expect to see today?
Well, honestly, one thing that we should have mentioned last week when we were playing community games is that the game is perfectly balanced. There's no pick right now that is way better than the other one. There are some matchups where some legends are a bit on the weaker side, but if I were to have an estimate here, I would say Qatars are going to be the most played weapon today. I don't know about legends specifically, but Qatars are going to be the most played, and Sword, of course.
All right. Yeah, I love the Qatars because just how fast they are in general. But yeah, it's interesting how you say that within this game it's perfectly balanced, because I would expect, because there's so many characters, and yes, of course, they all use the same weapons, but those signature moves, I feel like a few of those are kind of, you know, Yumiko has the traps and stuff. I'm not necessarily 100% versed in this game, so I don't know if like other characters have, you know, like a mirror of what like Yumiko has, like when they use their up sig and like they have those 3 balls in the air. But like, do they?
Well, there's one more character that has a similar signature kit to Yumiko's.
Okay.
Actually, fun fact, I almost said Fizaru instead of Yumiko, because a lot of the times I switch up the two, because Fizaru is the only Yumiko player and Yumiko is Fizaru in my eyes, so...
That is fair.
I guess there's that, but there's one character like that, and it's Arcadia, and I don't think we're seeing any Arcadia today, honestly.
All right. It looks like we're about to have our first game, though. We have Fix and we have Etrom Lairs right here. And it looks like we have a mirror matchup at the same time too, so it's going to be very interesting to see how it
Oh,
goes.
the Qatars I talked about. Also, they're both in the Twitch chat, so they're supporting the stream as well. So,
All right, thank you very much, everybody coming from.
Yeah, they're very honorable competitors. They're supporting the stream and the tournament as well. That's amazing of them.
That is 100%. Thank you very much, everybody. And here they go. Off to a great start. So far, I mean, like, it looks like these guys are fairly evenly matched at the moment here. But, I mean, which one of these two guys do you know more of? I'm guessing Fix, right?
Yes, Fix. But after that, maybe I'll know more of Atrom, honestly. That was a crazy game on him. Also, did you see how the match started? They both had access. And they immediately, for no reason, just threw it away to go with Qatars. And well, that resulted in a knockout. And see, on the first stock, Atrom had the Qatars and he got a quick gimp. And Fix was unarmed because he couldn't get the Qatar after throwing the X. But on the second stock, he immediately picked it up and resulted in a knockout immediately.
Would you say that the Qatar is the strongest weapon in this character?
Well, when actually, I would say Qatars are stronger, but 99% of the Ragnar players pick Ragnar for the axe. So if you want to play Qatars, you play something else, like a Suri or a Caspian, for example. But it's interesting to see both of them prefer the Qatars here. Oh, the double recovery.
It was kind of funny. He chose to throw away the axe altogether and use their fist for a while until the Qatars spawned in. A bit risky, I'd imagine, but it seems to be playing in their favor so far.
Meyer, did you see what Atrom did there? He had no options left, and Fix was trying to catch his landing, and Fix was gonna catch his landing, but he threw his weapon to save himself from getting red. Pretty well played by Atrom.
Yeah, because otherwise I was like, why would he sacrifice the the Qatar otherwise? But it seemed to work in their favor again. He's doing a lot here to survive, and honestly...
He had 3 exclamation points there, Meyer. I don't know if you know this, but if you camp the ball for too long in Brawlhalla, 3 exclamation points are gonna show up, and then you have no options except one jump. You can no longer recover, you can no longer double jump or dodge. Your only option is a jump, and somehow Fix couldn't get a confirm. Oh! Well, Atrom did get a confirm after a 3-hit string on Qatars. Very well played by him.
So how do the exclamation marks work? Is it just by using all your survivability moves, or is it just a thing that happens in the edge?
If you stay too long on the edge, and it counts the jumps. If you jump too many times, they're gonna start appearing, and then you lose all your options.
I see.
Okay.
All right.
Fix with the 4-hit string. Okay, converting it to 2 more hits. Sidelight down there. Is he gonna gravity cancel? He didn't risk the gravity cancel. He's going for a safer option here. Downlight, sir. Oh.
Man, it's getting close. This is, of course, a best of 3, so the winner of this isn't going to be out of the park just yet. But we'll have to wait and see. Fix at the moment looking pretty strong. However, we have seen Etrix show us some things in the past, so we'll see it a bit.
Okay, they're both on the Qatars again. Okay, Fix loses his Qatars. Actually, if you want to finish a stock here, I think X is way better than Qatars. Qatars are pretty hard to finish with. However, Atrom might prove us wrong here. If he can make it back to the stage, he can. I feel an answer coming. Never mind, there's no answer. Gravity cancel sign. No punish. No punish from Fix. He's looking for an air on him. Side air connects from Atrom. Down sig misses. Fix is losing control here. He needs one more good hit though.
I think at this point both of them need one good hit. They're both deep in that red, in the barbecue as it was called before. But with that axe, it looks like Fix has the upper hand here. Just trying to get that one clean hit in. Now they both have the axe in. And as you said, all it's going to take is one and sig. And
it's not enough. The side air punished by the spot dodge and light, but it's not enough. Weapon throw covers himself again. He's so good with the weapon throws. Oh, is he gonna recover him? Back on the X. And light is enough now for sure. Down light.
Oh, there it is!
There's no way. He saw the weapon falling. He knew Atrom would go for the weapon immediately.
Yeah.
And the Ansig was just enough. Perfectly placed. Well played by Fix.
All right, and with that, Fix takes the first score. We'll see how if they're able to take the second one in a second and move through. This is a best of 3, obviously, and so Etrom does have one more chance to be able to get through and, well, first of all, protect their position here, but also to move on into the tournament. I'm not sure who we have next after this, though, production, but yeah, so far, dude, this has been pretty sick. It looks like we have had both players here changing their characters. One is using the new Red Raptor character.
Yeah, it's gonna be even more sick this match because Fix is playing the most fun character to watch in my opinion, and Atrom is playing the newest character, which you know a lot about, as you mentioned in the previous stream.
The only thing I know about Red Raptor is the fact that they just, do you know Beautiful Joe?
I sadly do not.
All right, they're like an old GameCube like character, and also they have like a TV show. Anyway, it has nothing to do with Brawlhalla, but yeah, Red Raptor is a cool character with an awesome character design. Anyway, yeah, Mordex and Red Raptor. I mean, has anybody been using Red? I mean, has he been banned in I guess other tournaments and stuff? I know that when it comes down to new characters, there tends to be this period where the newest one tends to be, I guess, locked out.
Wait, I'm just realizing something, Meyer.
What's up?
You're right by asking this question. Is Red Raptor tournament legal? Are we seeing a possible disqualification here?
I believe within the Mastercup he would be tournament legal, but within other circles perhaps not.
Yes, it's not officially a tournament legal character. However, Etrom is choosing to play it, which it's a Mastercup tournament. We can do whatever we want, so I guess he can play it,
That's right, and goddamn, he even tabbed out into the chat to say, "I believe it is."
He responded.
Oh,
so
wow.
Cool. Wait, he's listening to us then.
That's
okay,
right.
Hello Etrom, good luck. That's so cool. I've never seen someone have open a stream tab while playing a serious tournament.
Well, I mean, you mentioned last week that when you are in tournament mode and you are in hyper focus, you have everything off. You have one soundtrack that you just listen to all the time. Your microphones know it to be seen, and you're just zeroed in. So yeah,
exactly. Well, if Atrom loses this match with the quote-unquote overpowered pick here, not really overpowered, then we know why it's happening. It's because of the stream. He has it on.
Right. Yeah,
He's typing right now. Meyer, what is this?
Oh my
God,
what
I have
is
to chill.
this? Etrom Lairs, the contestant coming in here on Friday Sol's qualification, is, man, he's showing us all sorts of skill. Not only is he moving around and throwing SIGs all over the place within the game, but he's also showing us how to be cool in chat as well. We'll see how it plays out, man, as we move on to this tournament, because he has a lot of heavy hitters he has to contend with later down the line as well.
That is true, and Fix is actually one of them. I would consider Fix a pretty strong contender in this tournament for sure. And Atrom is making it look like he's not a serious contender with the boots on Red Raptor. And I say that, and Fix almost equalizes. Well played by Fix.
Well played indeed, but now down to one stock. This is not exactly match point here. In fact, no, it is match point here for Fix. If Fix is able to take out Etrom here, or it is going to be match point. We'll see in a bit how it goes.
Quite a big of a comeback here, and he's on the character that is most well known for the big comebacks. So it's not out of the picture yet. It's
I mean,
five hits and it's completely even. It's hard to deal those 5 hits with Scythe.
This is Mordex, correct?
It is Mordex. It's probably the most famous character in the game.
Right.
He's highlighted the Ansi from Atrom.
There it is.
Impressive.
All
that
right.
Ansi covers so much, and it has such a high force. Okay, I like that from Fix. He's going back to the Ragnar.
Okay.
I like that a lot, actually. If I was Fix here, I would go back as well.
Oh, we'll see. I mean, we started with a mirror. It looks like we're not gonna end with one because we have them using Caspian, and I don't think I've ever seen Caspian before the Mastercup. But here we have Fix with Ragnar. We have Etrom with Caspian for the match point game here. This is the last game, game 3 of our best of 3 for our first matchup here tonight. And
this is just the first matchup. That is quite crazy. It already feels like I've been invested in this tournament for so long that I already see Knockback playing in my with my third eye,
Oh man, yeah, we still have to see a knockback game as well. Knockback, for those who weren't there last week, was one of our players with our Master Cup community Let's Play, and they had a bit of a one-on-one versus Friday. So Friday was like, yo, if you get one stock off me, you have to qualify next week. And they did exactly that, and here they are. Well, here they will be, but currently they're in the sidelines right now, waiting for their game.
Okay, Maya, remember what I said earlier? I said when people pick Ragnar, they do not pick Ragnar for the Qatars, they pick it for the axe.
Right.
Well, Atrom Lars here is playing a character that people specifically pick for the Qatars.
Okay.
Which is
And that's
Caspian.
this Caspian character, yeah.
It
Why
has
would
two
they use
weapons.
Caspian specifically? Yes, go on, sorry.
No, the reason why he would use it is because Caspian has two weapons that are almost the same. They serve the same purpose.
Right.
Fast, string-oriented, low damaging, low force weapons. They serve the same purpose. And so a lot of people don't consider Caspian to be a really strong pick. But if you're a good Qatar player, then it's gonna work out for you.
I see. Whereas here we are, and Fix has that first stock. They're kind of, yeah, they're almost deep in that red in that third stock here. It's almost close to equal at the moment here. All it has to do is just get a few good combos in here to equalize. But so far, it is looking a bit more on Fix's side today, I think.
Yes, especially if you consider what I said earlier. It's really hard to finish stocks with Caspian because of the low force and attack moves that don't send that far. Except
Right.
the signature moves, of course. Caspian is known for the high force signature moves, but it's really hard to land them in high level. And Atrom Lars just proves me wrong and immediately hits it.
Well, it's good to see that here at the Master Cup, at the very least, they are capable of using Caspian to the best of their ability here, and to also, you know, go toe-to-toe with a Ragnar character as proficiently as they are right now. That being said, though, they are against Fix, and you have given Fix your blessing, so we'll have to see.
Really. I think he's gonna throw away his Qatars here as soon as he can, and he will revert to the... Is he gonna do it? No, he didn't!
Ooh.
He punished the gravity cancel from Atrom, the gravity cancel side sig, by jumping over it with a down sig. That's actually a really well-known interaction. If Caspian is side sigging and you're Ragnar with Qatars, your down sig jumps up a tiny bit, and you can use that to your advantage, and you can jump over the Caspian sig and counter it perfectly.
I see. Like that Qatar like spike that we saw a second ago from Fix there is, I think we've seen it a couple times now with deadly effect each and every single time.
Right, he uses that to get knockouts quite frequently, and I think he's gonna go for it again probably. Because Atrom is looking like he's very knockoutable with one single signature if Fix can land it right.
That's right, Fix here again, also with the one stock of insurance here. What a sick combo, almost
That
finishes
was
it right there and
insane.
then.
Fishing for the down sig, Atrom. Is Fix gonna punish one of the sigs? Or does he even need to? Or is he just gonna get a side there? No punish.
Ooh.
But there's the side there. Atrom,
Yikes!
the weapon
And there it
throw to
is.
confirm it, or Fix takes it 2-1.
All right,
gonna-
and with that, Fix moves on into the tournament there. Atrom, thank you very much. That was a game well played indeed.
Indeed.
Stay tuned, guys, by the way, because we do have our next matchup very soon with Fizaru 80
Ooh.
versus Shadra.
2 one-tricks here. 2 EU goated one-tricks. Shadra with the Mirage, and
Okay.
Fizaru with the...
Yumiko. All right.
Right, with the Fizaru.
yeah.
Some would say.
Yes, Fizaru with the Fizaru. You know, I've never seen Shadra play before, but it's cool to see, as you say, 2 one-tricks go toe-to-toe to see whose will come up on top here today. For those who are watching, by the way, welcome. My name is Meyer. This is the Master Cup Community Tournament sponsored by Cooler Master, and today I am joined by the one and only Frydesol, who came in through a raid today as well. Yeah, today we have a bunch of Brawlhalla for you in store. Not only just now for the EU tournaments, but we also have one later tonight as well at about 3 p.m. Pacific time for our North American stream as well. We have, generally speaking, with the Master Cup, We do tournaments every single month. We do different games. This month, of course, is the month of Brawlhalla. We did Apex Legends last month, and we're going to be doing Rocket League in 2 months' time and things like that as well. If you want to see more games like Brawlhalla, like your game, be played here on the Mastercup, all you got to do is hit up our Discord channel and yell at Timothy, and we'll see what we can do. Anyway,
well, I'm really surprised you mentioned the North American side of this tournament, because I was not aware of that.
You were not.
Is there anyone in the chat, any moderator or someone who could link me the tournament for the NA one? Because I really wanna see who's playing on the NA side as well. I'm sure that's gonna be interesting to watch as well. So guys, stay tuned for that. It's gonna be probably just as stacked as the EU one, if I had to guess.
Yeah, I mean, as far as I'm aware, there is a North American one. However, we have Timothy here in chat who can let us know. Maybe perhaps I got my notes wrong. But regardless, we have Fizaru80 as Fizaru, and we've got, well, they're called Legend 5 here. However, this should, of course, be Shadra as...
It is PC Shadra Baguette Senpai.
Oh, yes, of course. I just read their their title.
Yeah. It's a sick title. That means he has been prestiged 5 times the level 100 account level.
All right, here we are.
That means he has a lot of experience.
Okay. So, of these two people, on paper, who technically has, you know, like, who has the highest, what was that rating or ranking system you mentioned before?
The power rankings.
Yes.
I believe Shadra has the higher power ranking. Actually, fun fact about Shadra, in the most recent online seasonal, which was not that recent actually, it was like in March, I believe, I was unfortunate enough to face Shadra in the winner's side, and he actually took me down to the lower brackets. So,
oh dang!
He's a really good player. He beat me.
Yeah, I mean, it just took like what 20 seconds there for Shadow to get one stock off Fizaru80 here. Fizaru, for those that don't know,
equalizes just like that.
Very, very quickly indeed. Fizaru, one of our mainstays here for the Mastercup, tends to get to the semifinals at the very least every single time. The Mastercup, the level of play, the level of competition, the level of skill that comes through here every single time we do this does increase. Fizaru, however, is always there, you know, like to show face and to get as far as they can. We'll see if they'll be able to do the same. What was that, an emote? A love emote right there?
Shadra disconnected from the match here. He signaled that by emoting, and now it's probably a bot. Or now, actually, I think he reconnected and he's testing his connection. And he's gonna give the game to Fizaru.
Okay.
That is interesting. See, if someone's lagging, they usually still try to win the set while lagging, but I don't think Shadra went for that approach. I think he just gave the win to Fizaru for some reason. I've never really seen that.
Well, shucks.
Oh, he's one barring. He said that in the chat.
Oh, I see. Well, shucks. Well, in that case, it looks like Fizaru takes this W with a technicality then in that case. But that being said, we did see some interesting play there from Shadra just before the issues with the internet happened. Yo.
Oh, in the chat he said, give me a bit of time. I'll see if I can fix it. So he's gonna try to fix it up.
All right,
well, one thing about connection issues in Brawlhalla, Mr. Meyer, is that if you have any sort of lag or any sort of connection issue, you're never gonna fix it yourself. The only way to fix lag in Brawlhalla is to wake up the other day and somehow you're not lagging. And I'm not even kidding.
All right, well, we'll see. I mean, it looks like they are about to start regardless here. I think as long as the TOs are happy, this is going to just be a redo of our first game here for this best of 3.
No, it's not going to be a redo. It's going to be a 1-0 for Fizaru. There's
1-0.
no world where Fizaru doesn't take that first win, I'm telling you. There's respect and all. There's a rule set, which means if in the first 10 seconds someone jumps off, then it's a complete reset.
Okay. All right, and
Wait, actually, they are talking about in the chat. Sorry. They're talking about in the chat whether they want a rematch or not, but it's in French, and I don't speak French, so.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, either way, hopefully we get told by them eventually. But regardless, here we are with a rematch here, or I guess a replay of Fizaru versus Shadra here. And yeah, hopefully whatever connection issues they had a second ago will be.
3, 2,
won't show their faces again, but as you say, and fingers crossed, because it's going to take luck and nothing short of it.
Yeah, because if you're lagging, you know, maybe you try restarting the game or you try restarting your router or something. But Shadra did absolutely nothing. He's just praying that it's gonna suddenly work. And I don't know, Meyer. I don't know if it will. I seriously doubt it.
Well, I mean, it's hard to tell. We're just spectating, but from my position here, things look fairly okay. It looks like living on that prayer is working in Shadra's favor here at the moment.
Yes, for sure. He hit a very hard to hit weapon throw downlight combo. Carried against the downlight, and I don't think he would be able to hit that on one bar. So maybe he will lag later on, but for now, I don't think he is lagging.
All right. Well, for now, they might just take that first stock yet. Ooh.
Side sig. Tries to weapon throw it. Confirm the stock. It doesn't work. Shadra naps the weapon, but he throws it away. Perfect combo weapon throw downlight recovery. Very
there
well
we go.
played.
There's that first stock yet again there by Shadra, repeating history. But hopefully history doesn't repeat itself all the way and he falls off twice in a row here. But we'll see as Fizaru equalizes straight away. It almost is, Fry, a repeat of the last game here as far as the stocks and how long it took for the stocks to come down took.
And I think Shadra started lagging, honestly.
Oh, really?
From, the last 10 seconds of what I've seen. But now he's not lagging again for sure because he's going wild. I definitely do think his connection might be spiking a bit. But for now it's not for sure. Look at that Ansig as well. Oh my god, Shadra Baguette Senpai. What is happening here?
Baguette Senpai.
That's his full name, his birth name. I wonder what his mother was thinking when she named Shadra Baguette Senpai.
Honey, what should we call our child? I'm hungry. But yeah.
Baguette Senpai it is.
Oh man.
I wonder what the PC at the beginning of his name means. Maybe it means he wants a PC CPU fan from Cooler Master.
Maybe indeed. However, perhaps maybe they'd want a monitor instead because the CPU fan is only the second place prize, and it looks like with how they are playing right now, they're playing for keeps and they're playing for first place here, man. But what a nice segue there. Regardless, Fry, it looks like we might have a prize list up in a second as well. But in the meantime, we'll let you guys know.
Maya, I was listening to your beautiful voice, but then all the action. Oh my god, Fizaru's doing it.
Run us through this action, please, Fry.
Okay, downsick from Shadra. Connects. Fizaru trying to unsick him while he's recovering back to the stage. Side covers him. Opting for the hammer instead to go for that juicy downlight that he's gonna get. The side there to follow it up.
Is that it?
It should be it. Should recovers himself with the recovery. Perfectly placed. Fizaru with the signature downsick into Nair. Is he gonna try that again? And
there we go.
Now the question is, what did they speak in French? Is that game one?
What did they speak?
Is that game one or is it raps? It's raps. The French did not go for the rematch.
All right.
That is unbelievable.
Okay, and with that, guys, Fizaru 80 moves on into the tournament. Thank you once again, Shadra, for competing. And who is up next, Hio? We'll see in a second.
I quickly joined the lobby because someone in the chat said, Fry looking like a cupcake. Shout out to Lil Math, thank you. I am a cupcake freshly out of the oven. Completely hot, steamy cupcake.
Oh man, well, yo, Shadra, rip your internet, but thank you so much for coming by and attempting to play regardless today. Thank you so much. And yo, for those who are just tuning in, welcome. This is the Mastercup Community Tournament sponsored by Cooler Master. My name is Meyer, and today we're joined by Frydasol. And of course, you are, well, we're just 2 matches through. We have about 12 contestants ready to play today. We don't have a loser's bracket. It looks like our next game is, however, going to be Machete versus Linux. Oh, apparently this is a double elimination. My apologies.
And knockback is already there, sadly.
All right.
And he's fighting Atrom. Knockback against Atrom. It's gonna be a good set. I wonder who's gonna take it.
Sweet. So we do have a lower bracket. We just don't have a bracket reset. I was misspeak by me. Sorry about that, guys. But yes, so our contestants today are playing for keeps. They're playing for prizes. At the end of all this, first place is taking home a 27-inch 165 hertz monitor, courtesy of our sponsor over at Cooler Master. Second place is taking home a PL240 AIO. That's an all-in-one cooler, especially in this summer. You're going to kind of need that. And third place will be taking home an MF120 prismatic fan. For more information, you can check out coolermaster.com to see all those prizes. But yes. It looks like we're just about to get ready, guys, for our next game.
Meyer, the next set is gonna be insane because the winner of that is already guaranteed the top 3, which means they're guaranteed to walk away with something. And
I see.
If I'm looking at the bracket correctly, I would like to say that the next match, Machete against Lennox, might actually be our grand final set as well, because on paper Machete and Lennox should be the best 2 players in the tournament, but that's on paper, and you know, it's Brawlhalla, so everyone can win at any point.
Well, I mean, Lennox we've seen before with the Mastercup, and of course we've seen Machete as well. Machete won our last Brawlhalla tournament last time we rolled this, I think 2 or 3 months ago. Lennox, however, has never disappointed, so it'll be very interesting to see how these 2 contestants fare. I believe is I think Machete not a Ulgrim player? Am I wrong about that?
He does play Ulgrim, but only in 2v2s, I believe.
Oh, okay.
In 1v1s, he literally plays every single character, Meyer. And I'm not even kidding. So I guess Ulgrim as well.
Okay.
I've seen him on everything. Scythe, Orb, Gauntlets, Sword, Spear, Lance, Axe, everything. Bow. I think the only weapon I've never seen Machete play is Blasters. I might be wrong there, though.
You know, I think I've only... So there's Blasters and there's Cannon. I was going to say, I've only ever seen one person in the history of the Mastercup ever use the Cannon. Is there a reason for that?
Well, actually, you got me with that question. I don't know why no one's playing Cannon. It's a decent weapon.
All right.
It's balanced out. It's a fair weapon. It's a fun weapon. I don't know why no one's playing Cannon.
Yeah. Because it's interesting because, like, within Brawlhalla, you say it's one of those fighting games that just so happens to kind of almost be perfectly balanced, with maybe perhaps the exception of the Lance, which you told me was, you know, like a... I forget the exact terminology you used last week, but I changed my character pretty soon after that, I think.
Oh, yeah, I called it a wheelchair weapon. Because that's what it's labeled as in the community by a lot of people. But, you know, it still takes a lot of skill to represent it at a higher level.
Okay.
And I don't think we're going to see any Lance today, except if Machete does pick the Lance.
Ulgrim.
Also,
it looks like...
I see his character pick already. We mentioned every single weapon except Greatsword, and Machete was like, Meyer, Fry, I can't believe you guys forgot about Greatsword, and now he's picking Greatsword to prove us wrong.
Oh man, and here it is. It looks like they're going to be using Jayun and the Greatsword versus Lennox, and Lennox is Petra. Petra has been petrifying every single time I've seen Petra. I've been like, I want to main that character in Brawlhalla. And it's not just because of all like the Street Fighter tie-ins and stuff like that that Petra has within the game, but Petra just, I don't know, it's like you have Petra and then you have any character with the guitars. They just seem to be so aggressive. I mean, like, half the time I see people play in this game, I'm like, I need processing time just to think about what's going on. And whenever I see Petra play, it's almost like watching like a pre-rendered anime or something. It's ridiculous.
I had you're right there, actually. Petra is pretty aggressive and dominant, like Katars. I had a recent revelation, Mr. Meyer, and I realized that one of the weapons that Petra has, Orb, I have 3,000 hours on that weapon alone. And I always thought it's a weapon on the weaker side, but literally yesterday I realized a brand new way to play the weapon, which makes it actually a bit more relevant. So I'll see if Lennox also figured it out. Or
all right, I do know that you were doing Orb only during your stream today, Is that because you were trying to like lab out this new use of the orb?
Yes, right. It exactly was. I'm super flattered that you checked out my stream, Meyer.
Well,
Thank you.
You know.
Means a lot.
But I'll be really curious to see how exactly or what exactly you have you know, like found out about the use of the orb as they use it. You know what I mean? Like it's always really cool with these streams to have a professional like, you know, in here to be able to like, you know, give us your laser insight as to how these things are working. But why are they taking so long to choose a map? What's going on, guys?
They are asking if it's best of 3 or best of 5 in the chat, and they haven't gotten a response, so probably that's why.
Oh, I see. I believe that this is going to be a best of 3. Only the final, as far as I know, is going to be a best of 5 today, guys.
Well, I told them it's a best of 3. I might be wrong. Well, we might be wrong, but now it's a best of 3.
All right.
I guess
Yeah,
the
no, I
rules
do
had
believe
changed
it's a
if
best of 3.
5. Oh, whatever.
Yeah. End of the day, it's a community tournament, so it's all for fun at the end of the day, although there are prizes involved. But as far as I know from the TOs, this is going to be a best of 3. And we have confirmation here from our tournament admin that this is a best of 3 up until the grand final. The grand final will be a best of 5, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a very quick question before we jump into the action. Have you ever seen a Great Sword player?
Only when Machete uses Jaehyun, because they used them in the last tournament, I'm fairly certain.
I'm just looking at Machete and I'm mesmerized by his skin setup. I've never seen a better skin setup. The purple, the contracts, the flaming hair, the big Great Sword, it's all so perfect.
It has a lot of flair, that's for sure. There's a lot of swag coming out of Jaehyun right now, and we'll see it be put to use right there with that first stock.
What a disgusting weapon. The down there into the side there. True combo, by the way. I cannot emphasize that enough. That's a true combo, ladies and gentlemen. I was just running away with it.
Yeah, I mean, like, so for new players, I mean, like, it's hard to know what exactly a true combo is within the realm of Brawlhalla. I don't think there's like a training mode that teaches you how to do them, but they do in fact exist, and those people who are, you know, like skilled enough at the game are capable of doing just that. Great equalizer there from Linux there with the Petra.
Yeah, a true combo is an undodgeable combo, and the one that Machete specifically did here is really hard to do. But he got the angles right and he hit it. And I'm sure he was not even challenged by that. That was just an average Tuesday afternoon and him hitting that, you know? An average walk in the park.
Just your average Tuesday on a Friday. I love it.
Right.
There is one combo that I've heard of. The last time we rolled this, we had Polymonto, and he called this combo a Russian Mafia. Yes. Is that what we just saw, or is that different? Yo, Linux here now, 1 stock up. What is going on?
Well, I'm really surprised by Linux's performance here, but that was not the Russian Mafia. The Russian Mafia, I believe, is the only combo that has a name like that. So I actually knew you would say that, but it's with Hammer. It's a downlight, chase dodge, recovery into down air or side air.
I see.
But if we see that, I'll let you know, Meyer.
I'll keep my eyes up for any Hammer players, that's for sure.
I don't think we're gonna see one. Actually, Fezaru, of course. Fezaru, my bad.
Oh, yes.
And you know, Machete can play Hammer as well, of course.
That's true, yeah. You mentioned that Machete can use and will use every single character, and with that, that's going to be game 1 for Linux there. And we're moving swiftly on. It looks like there has been no changing character.
No change.
Machete
Best
here
of 3 and he gets 2 stocked and he doesn't change. As the 1v1 Winter Champion 23. I definitely expected a switch from Machete, but Meyer, I think he heard me compliment his skin, so...
All right.
He wants to stay on it, because Fry said it's a good skin setup.
That's right. I mean, like, hey, skin flare is worth something, and at this rate, you know, like, at the very least, they'll come out of this tournament in 3rd place, and they'll be taking home that prismatic fan, which they can use to look exactly like this Jaehyun skin, so maybe perhaps they're going for it, you know?
I like that transition, Meyer. I like that a lot. Well, Machete with that side there. Maybe he's gonna go for the true combo again. Would not be far from my imagination. Oh, that's a knockout.
Ooh, there we go.
One slight mistake from Linux actually cost him the entire stock. That's why I like Brawlhalla.
It's such a mesmerizing game to watch, man. I mean, like last week I learned a bit more about it, like the more technical stuff playing with you and playing with the community, but like to watch it is just so fun. It reminds me of all these old like Flash games and stuff. It really does. Like when you watch people like Machete and Linux get into it, and like, you know, it really just brings out the game.
Now he's in the mindset that it does indeed bring out the game. Well, actually, talking about Flash games, I don't know if you know this, but
Oh, Machete!
From Machete. Polish shot with the raid, by the way. Thank you for the raid, Polish shot.
Thank you, Polly. Welcome.
Perfect time to raid. We get to see Machete actually try hard after he got 2 stock last game.
That's right. Yeah, Machete has been playing a different game now with this second game now, because obviously that first one, it was looking like a very Linux heavy game. This time around, Linux is having to work. They're using that orb now. We haven't seen too much Linux orb play. And so far, I mean, like, obviously, we've only seen them use this orb for this stock. How are they doing? Or how are they doing? Yeah.
Well, I've been trying to pay attention to the Linux orb this whole time, but sadly I can't see much of it because he's preferring the gauntlets. And it worked out for him last match. This match, I'm not so sure.
Oh, it looks like that's going to be the equalizer.
Unless he still has it in his pocket, who knows? And he still... No, he switched to the orb. Let's see it, Linux.
He
Let's
did.
See it.
Was he listening? There's the orb.
Maybe he's
Machete
like...
has the greatsword.
Lars, the guy we just watched. Oh my god. Wait, he also found the revelation I did. You start with downlight.
Okay.
No one really does that, but you can start with downlight, and it's actually underrated for sure. Downlight?
Right, Linux here is... Ooh. They're one
really
hit
surprised.
away, man, from getting out of this.
Right. So even, so equal. The recovery is it.
There it is! I was so tense. You could cut that tension with a knife, and Jaeyoon did with the greatsword. And here we are, equalized. It is now the final match, guys. This is match point for these two. The winner is going to be moving up to our, I believe, the finals, right?
Yes, the winners finals. So that's why I said whoever wins this is already guaranteed a physical prize, because they're gonna make it to the top 3.
100.
3, 2, 1, brawl.
Here it is, though. Using the same characters yet again. Linux
No
here
switch.
with Petra. No switching for the entire 3 games.
Actually, for the first match, I was surprised that Machete didn't switch, but now after coming back like that, I'm not surprised that Machete is staying. And Linux is just a Petra player, you know, he doesn't really switch.
Right. I mean, let's be real here. I mean, is there a cooler looking skin setup than Jaeyoon right here? I mean, let's be real. Oh, geez, Petra here with
There
those
isn't, that's why I want him
upsigs.
to win. Even though
Alright.
Linux is an orb player and I love orb, I just want Machete to win because of the skin. I want to see more
It
of
is a
this.
great skin. Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, like, I'll be upset if Machete won and then they chose something else, something drab instead, just to get at me, you know?
Right, like a default Bedvar.
Right.
A default, no, I don't know, like red Bedvar.
Oh, man.
Would be devastating.
But here we are, and they're in fact down 1 stock. Linux is giving them a run for their money. Still just in orange up there in their 3rd stock.
Gravity Cancer Downlight punished by Linux unoptimally, if I must admit. He would have had 2 more hits on him, but he chose not to go for that for some reason. But he's the Gauntlet player, maybe he knows better. Maybe he saw something I didn't. Which
So
they're trying to make it back to
almost
stage.
half of your entire like career playing Brawlhalla using the orb. If you have 3,000 hours of your like 7 or 8, right?
Yes, and 5 is on Scythe, so it's the
Oh,
other
I
weapon I
see.
play.
Well, fair enough.
But you know, maybe Linux can still show me some new stuff with the orb, so...
That's why I love watching these high level of play games, man, because you always learn something new. At least I am. Every single time I watch this, something different, something new happens, dude.
Well, this is something new for sure. Linux might 2-stock Machete again. Now that would be new. And he's doing...
There it is.
Who is this guy? That's not the Linux I know. That's not the Machete I know. This is a
Linux
surprising
has been
result
training,
for sure.
it seems.
Maybe Machete is blinded by his skin.
Maybe, yeah.
He's gonna go for the downlight, I believe. Side there was enough. No need for downlight on your machete with this skin.
The drip too heavy. Sometimes it helps to kill. Sometimes, you know, like you get two stock. But there you go.
Yeah, right. Maybe if it was not just a different legend, a different skin even.
Right.
Machete would be winning. I guess we'll never know.
They give
Side
themselves
there
the the skin disadvantage, you know.
Yeah, pay to lose. Am I right?
Maybe. But yo, it's looking kind of dire right now for Machete here. They're on their last stock. This is actually the match point here. Whoever
He does
wins,
not have it. He does not have it for sure. One more hit from Linux.
One more hit
string.
for Linux, but can Machete turn this on its head? Can he turn it around after all of this? After Frydasol has written them out, they've moved down to the long. Is that the long sword or just the sword?
The great sword.
The great sword. Yeah, there's the big one, the great sword, and then there's the other
the
one,
great
right?
sword and the normal sword.
Okay, just the sword.
And Linux
Okay.
actually takes the set 2-1. Really surprising result. That's why I said in Brawlhalla anything can happen. You never know who's gonna take the set. Even though Machete is power rank 3, I believe.
That's right.
Let me get a quick fact check on that. Machete is power rank 3 right now.
Yeah,
And,
I believe they were
Linux-
like 2 months ago too.
Mr. Meyer, I want you to guess Linux's power ranking
I'm gonna
after
guess
that
Linux
performance.
is power rank 11.
Well, power rank 11 is actually the best player in the history of time, and it's me. I'm power rank 11. So,
all right, then 12.
12. Actually, you're gonna be surprised here for sure,
Okay.
because Linux is power rank 90.
90. Oh wow. Okay.
90. That's crazy. He has $300 of earnings, while Machete has 44,000. Unreal numbers.
Wow. All right then. Well, I mean, as you say, with Brawlhalla, anything can happen, anything goes, and this of course is a friendly tournament. You know, like I'm sure Machete wasn't pulling out all the stops here, but it looks like we're about to move on to our grand finals now, guys. This, of course, is
Wait, no.
What?
This is not grand finals yet.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is
It's winners semi still.
yeah.
The winner
I'm
of
getting
this
ahead
will
of
fight
myself.
Linux in winners finals.
Right, there we go. Apologies, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm so excited. We got Fezaru versus the Leo here.
Yeah, you mentioned earlier that the tournament is just for fun and there are some prizes and on the line. There's one thing I gotta note here. Fezaru
Right.
is not gonna have fun this match. The Leo, this guy, you do not want to fight him. No one does.
Nobody does?
If your first ever match is look at that. Just look at that. If your first
Oh,
ever
man.
match is against this guy, you're deleting the game. Like, he might be the most annoying player to fight in the entire game. I'm not even kidding. People in the
man.
chat can confirm this. Linux can. Linux, I guarantee you, Linux really wants Fezaru to win this. Even though Fezaru might be better, but no one wants to fight the Leo.
Well, I mean, like, the Leo does have that lance that, you know, you called the wheelchair weapon before, and of course they also have the bow too. Another one of these weapons that I've seen used to some devastating effect, so I can see why. But is it because of the kit setup, or just because of the Leo as a player themselves?
Well, the Leo as a player themselves is an annoying player. It doesn't matter what character he's on, he can make
Doesn't
he can
matter.
make it work. But so I really wanna say something about his character pick here. He is on the Vector here, and he's using the exact skin setup of the most recent land winner who used this legend with this skin setup, this color, to win a land. And
All
before
right.
that, nobody played this character. And now everybody's hopping on the bandwagon, and the Leo is one of them. He's annoyingly playing this character.
He's annoyingly playing this guy.
Yeah, I gotta add that.
Oh
Like,
man.
the casters should not talk badly about the players. Don't get me wrong, the
Right.
Leo, really good player. Like, he's here, high level, top level, might beat Fezaru, might not, but it's not a treat to fight him, that's all I'm gonna say.
Don't you worry, man. I mean, like, it's my job to remain impartial. I mean, you're the pro. You're the guy with all the knowledge of Brawlhalla. You can go as ham as you want, okay? The Leo can find you after. You know what I mean?
He will, actually, he always does.
Oh, man.
Somehow, he always does.
Right,
Well,
so far, Civaro is holding their own. I mean, like, they're one stock up. They got that one stock insurance for this first match of the day between these two.
Oh, dodges the almost true combo. The end light, side light. Really hard to hit, really hard to time. It's not even through half of the time, and the Leo dodges it, so props to him for that. And light into a gravity cancel down light attempt. Down there, connects. Goes for the end sig. Misses. And Mr. the Leo. I went for a transition there, it didn't really work. It doesn't matter.
Oh man, is that the Leo again? Just so, what's so annoying about them? Do they just play unconventionally? I mean, like, they seem to be very mobile. You know, they're always moving about the place. You know, like, they seem hard to predict. They're hopping about the place. Like, you know, give me the rundown, man.
Well, he cemented himself as the most annoying player because of his main pick, and it just carries over to other characters as well. But I'm pretty sure he's gonna switch to his main pick after this, and I don't want to tell you what is annoying about him, Meyer, because I think you will see if he switches, and I want you to pinpoint it because I'm 100% sure you can. If he were to switch to his main legend, if he doesn't, I'll tell you later.
Okay, I'll keep my eye open for it. They're now down one stock apiece here. The Leo a little bit, you know, worse for wear here. However, they are getting a few free hits here on Fizaru. They might even seal the deal there had they got that combo out. But
he's catching every landing Fizaru is trying to land here. He's gonna catch it again. Watch.
All right.
Never mind.
Ooh, almost.
Proves me wrong, I guess. Thank you, Leo. That's why he's the most annoying player.
The most annoying player for casters. I just cannot pin him.
Right.
Yeah.
Please do it. No, he doesn't. Okay, Fizaru and air not enough. Maybe another one of those. Oh, what's happening? Down there.
Ooh.
There. Recovery and it's over.
Oh, there it is.
Oh my god. I can't believe I just saw that. Fizaru, what happened? Oh no. He had to win 10 years ago.
Well, here it is. And it looks like we're moving swiftly on to the next map there. I don't think enough time had elapsed for them to change character, but maybe perhaps they did it really fast. Nope, there it is. Vector versus Fizaru yet again. But yeah, that was really interesting. I mean, I noticed, and this is something that I haven't seen very often, but maybe perhaps it's just something that my eyes are now just getting used to now. But like that, it looked like the Leo was clearing their landings by throwing their weapons to the ground and then catching them just as they did. Yeah, sorry, that's just something.
That's really good because if they're trying to hit you while you're landing, or you try to hit them while they're landing, the weapon is gonna interrupt the interaction between you, and they're gonna get stun locked, and you can just follow that up easily, unarmed.
Yeah, the way they were able to do it so fluidly. I mean, like it was like barely a frame. You know what I mean?
One of the reasons why he's annoying.
But it looks like they have not changed their character. They're opting to use Vector yet again here, almost securing this first stock. Right, but yeah, they are keeping up that pressure regardless here, man.
Well, his main character is Amber, and I guess the bow skills are transferring, and you see what he does with Lancer, he throws it away, so I guess he just prefers the bow.
Yeah.
Which is understandable.
A bit of a bow bro here, but I mean, like, so is Fizaru, to be fair, apart from Fizaru with that, that hammer there. Ooh, there it is. Great equalizer.
Well, you would actually be surprised that the Leo is still preferring the bow against Fizaru, because in general, if someone plays a weapon a lot, you do not want to play that weapon against them.
Okay. Because they'd have the advantage over because of all the time and experience they have over you, correct?
The matchup knowledge as well, yes. It all matters. So I guess...
Ooh.
I guess he's playing Lance for that reason now, or maybe that's just what he managed to pick up here. No punish on the gravity... No punish on the down stick from the Leo there. So slowly winning the lead here with a side there. Goes for the down sig. Interesting ground pound. Oh, that's a big punish. That's a big punish.
Oh, dude. Man, I love the conservative way the Leo uses the throws, though. I mean, like, I don't think he's wasted a weapon with a throw just yet. He always uses it to, like, clear the space.
There as well. He perfectly covered himself. He allowed himself to go up to the stage. Down sig, interrupting the end sig.
And there it is.
Actually, Meyer, that down sig was recently reworked.
Okay.
It used to have a way worse animation and hitbox, and they entirely switched it out to a different sig, and it's way better now, I would say.
It's more balanced.
No, it's just viable, because beforehand, if the Leo went for the same play, there's no world where it hits Fazaro, but this one did, so...
I see.
Oh,
Oh, it's very close.
ducks
as
under
they-
the recovery. And live.
Eee,
Yeah, kills.
okay.
Meyer, who do you have winning for this?
Yeah, I think the Leo is taking this. As much as I love Fazaro, Fazaro has been here every single Mastercup XP tournament we've had. But you know what I mean? Like, the Leo's using a lance. I have to say, as much as the community might, you know, have their feelings against the lance, I like the lance, okay? I also like an underdog. And you guys are like, oh, he's annoying to play against. Be annoying, the Leo. Be annoying.
Yes,
Take
that's
this
a
Stockholm.
conventional way to play. Right, you're actually right. If you're annoying, you're doing something right, guys.
Right.
Now, is the Leo gonna do something really right here by side-swinging, maybe? Oh, Nair
Ooh.
instead. Downlight recovery, not enough.
Oh, so close, though. Come on, Leo.
He just ground pounded a ghost. Is that ghost alright? Someone check on him. Weapon throw. Oh no. He's nervous, you can tell. He knows what's on the line here. Winner of this is guaranteed a fan.
Oh,
He loses stock. It's over.
Bizarre.
The nervousness.
Player one.
All right,
had
man.
it. Oh,
That
no.
was that was a well-fought matchup, regardless, though. And that with one apiece, this is now the final matchup, guys, between these two. The winner is going to be moving on into our grand finals today. And yeah, I mean, obviously, as an announcer, as a caster, you know, I have to remain impartial. You know what I mean? But that being said, you asked me, you know, who my money is on if I had any money. It's still the Leo. As much as, you know, I'm a Fazaro fan, and I am a Fazaro fan, but you guys in chat, Fry over here, you've made me a Leo fan today, a Leo supporter, okay? I have to do it. I'm a hipster, okay? This is how it is.
Meyer, I'm also a Leo fan, but you know, Fazaro, for this specific tournament, I want him to win because he's the Master Cup OG, you know?
100% of the Mastercup OG, every single tournament, without fail.
And you know what's cool as well? He actually got his favorite map. This is, I believe this is Fazaro's favorite map. There's only one true 0 to death combo in Brawlhalla. Only one. There's no other combo. And it's really hard to do, and it's exactly on Yumiko on this specific map.
Okay.
I don't think we're gonna see it, but there's always a potential. That's why Fazaro picks this map. Oh,
Right.
maybe he doesn't need it.
Ooh.
Recovery.
I think whatever it is, they're definitely gonna fish for it.
Maybe. I mean, if
That
I'm
first
Fazaro
stock.
here in this lead, I pick up the hammer and I fish for it. But he
Now you see, this is our first matchup between this pairing where Fazaro takes that first stock first. I think history has had it before where like the Leo would be in the lead at this point in time here. So Fazaro has definitely stepped up their game.
For sure, for sure. And you know, it's the Leo can equalize any second. But then again, Fazaro has the true 0 to death combo that I talked about.
That's
And,
right.
He can hit it any second. As long as he's off stage with the hammer, which he isn't right now.
Yeah, Hammer, nowhere to
Also,
be
someone
seen
in
at
the
the
chat
moment.
pointed it out. It works on small Brawlhaven as well. And it technically works on Enigma as well, but that's a different story. It's like way different. Nice
So
going
any
against
map that
from
has-
the Leo.
That was indeed a great clear. And so you mean any map that has these two platforms up there, is that correct?
There is no need for the platform. It's about the bottom edge of the stage.
Ah, okay.
It's like a circular, rounded, big wall stage. And there's 3 maps where it's possible, but this one is where it's the most conventional.
I see. Well, if Fazaro and their Hammer, we'll see if they're gonna try and do it right about now.
I believe the Leo is too damaged for it to break, but you can still like start it out maybe. There from the Leo. I feel a downlight, sir. Ah,
Ooh.
I just had to ask for it as soon as I said it.
You did. How is that not the stock? I thought that was happening.
Oh, okay. Because it's Lensmeyer. That's one of the other reasons why it's a wheelchair weapon. You cannot die with that weapon unless if you get directly knocked out.
I mean,
the side airs have so much travel time and like air travel that it's impossible to die without getting actually knocked out of the borders.
I mean, it is a weapon with a literal rocket strapped to it. So I mean, if it didn't, I mean, I'd feel cheated, to be fair.
And the other weapon that can do with that is cannon.
Ah, okay.
Sadly, we're not gonna see that, I think.
I would like to be pleasantly surprised, but you never know, I guess.
Maybe if anyone, it's Machete.
Right.
Down there. It's just
Machete
gonna
out
do
here like,
something.
nah, I want that monitor, dude.
Ooh, and Sig. Now, in this scenario, if Fazaru was the one on red, he would have that true 0 to death, but I don't think the Leo has anything even similar, so he's gonna have to play this perfectly to win. So far, he's doing that.
Yeah, so far he's gotten a few good combos in there, already taken Fazaru straight into that yellow-orange meter.
Oh. Weapon throw, loses the weapon, but then the Leo responds by also losing his weapon and losing his stock, right? Oh! Maybe. I really don't like when casters give up on a person, so I'm not gonna give up on the Leo. I think he still has a chance.
Exactly, the Leo still has it's anybody's game still, even with the Leo deep in this. Oh, God dang it!
Well, I guess there's that.
A valiant effort, regardless. Thank you so much, the Leo, for participating today. Fazaru 80, I never doubted you. Okay, all right. Forget what I said. All right, okay. I never doubted you as you move on into the grand finals there, man. Dude, this has been a very, very good day for Brawlhalla for me, man. Like a lot of good games so far. What's been your favorite matchup, man?
Honestly, the Machete Linux one. It was so head to head, and like we got to see a surprising result at the end. And wait, Machete's out. I just checked the lower brackets. The person who was lagging previously, Shadra Baguette Senpai, actually takes out power rank 3 Machete. That is wild.
All right, then. Interesting. I wouldn't have expected that. But now we have Linux using, I believe this is Petra, but as Akuma versus, of course, Fazaru as Fazaru yet again. But yeah, this should be a very interesting game because, again, Linux is incredibly aggressive. In that last matchup, it did seem as if Fazaru was being a slightly more passive than I remember and recall Fazaru being with Yumiko. We'll see what happens here, if like there is going to be a change in how they play here or if that pressure is going to happen here as well. But we'll see. Wait, this is a Val crossover, my bad, not a Petra one.
Yes, it is a Val, and it's the best Val skin in my opinion. Also, in the chat, Linux once again asked if it's a best of 5 and nobody responded, but for the people in the stream, I can confirm that it's a best of 3 because only grand finals are going to be best of 5. And maybe the players are not aware of that, but it shouldn't matter that much since this is the first match of the set here. Zaru picking the bow, Linux picking the sword first, which is actually surprising. I think Linux is known for his gauntlets. You could see against Machete there, his gauntlets were way more dominant. But he's using the sword now, even though there's a gauntlet to be picked up, and he does pick up the gauntlet, just to get hit immediately after.
And that once again, guys, I apologize. This is the winner's final, not the grand final. The winner of this will be fighting the winner of the lower bracket to see who is going to be the winner of the tournament overall and to take first place. So this, of course, is a best of 3, not a best of 5.
Yes, it is a best of 3, and I don't think they know that, but that doesn't matter. That shouldn't matter.
I think we mentioned it before. Hopefully, I mean, I think they were listening, or at least they were typing in chat before. But regardless, so far, Linux has been on top here.
Well, I would know for a fact if we were talking about Athrom here, he would be listening during this set because, you know, he watches the stream mid-tournament. But I don't think Fazaru and Linux do that, sadly. Okay. Maybe we can get a message from them if they are doing it, however. Hey, Linux, Pizarro, if you can listen, if you're listening and you can hear this, type something in the chat if you have time. Thank you.
Right now, in the middle of combat, just I'll tab that.
Exactly.
What's the worst that could happen?
I would do it. Honestly, I would do it.
Oh man.
I don't think they are listening. They are fully focused. You can just tell from the gameplay.
That's
There's so
right.
much on the line
far,
here. A literal monitor, 165 Hz monitor.
Yeah, and we'll show you guys more of that in a second after this matchup has concluded. But so far, they are looking fairly evenly matched here, Fry. What do you think?
Well, I would say Pizarro has a good chance of winning this, but after I saw Linux destroy Machete, I am no longer certain of that. I think Linux is looking good here.
And just to, I guess, to prove you wrong for at least a split second, if Pizarro clears that stock, sending Linux down to 1 stock.
Well, the Pizarro needs to snowball with the lead here, and he does exactly that with the gravity cancel downlight into Ser, into weight and light. He's gonna try to fish for a down 6, doesn't work. Linux chases it down with the down air. Pizarro almost cheated his last stock.
The thing I love about Pizarro so much in the Mastercup is that, like, they always seem to, as the tournament progresses, they always seem to do just a little bit better than they did before. It's a very interesting kind of thing, because, like, obviously, you know, like, you're playing against people who should be better, you know, at the very least, you know, like, that's how the skill funnel works within a tournament. But, oof.
Yes, for sure, but he's slowly leveling up. The more he plays, the better he plays.
Exactly.
Some people are the exact opposite. In the beginning of the day, when they start playing, they are playing really well, and they just get slowly worse and worse, and they get exhausted. Apparently, it's different for Pizarro because he gets it down there. Is he gonna be able to confirm the knockout? He's gonna downlight Ser him. He goes for it. He heard me.
Ooh.
Down there.
There it is. All right.
Game 1 to Pizarro.
Game
And I'm gonna let
1.
them know it's best of 3.
All right. And so, Fry, what kind of player are you then? I mean, like, of course, we mentioned that you have players that pick up steam, you have players who, like, start off real strong, and you have players, I guess, who have, like, you know, they just have one level, but they are consistent. Like, which one of those 3 would you say you are?
Well, I'm sort of in the middle. When I start playing, I'm playing really bad, but after, like, playing for an hour,
3, 2,
I reach my peak, and then after, like, 1.5 hours, I start degrading, and I play worse and worse, so...
Oh, okay.
I'm sort of both, I guess, I would say.
All right. So you got, like, a
Linux.
critical mass. You can do long tournaments.
Well, you know, there's nothing 2 cans of Monster can't help me with, you know, but still,
That's
I
fair
would say
enough.
so. Actually, fun fact, at Brawlhalla official lands, they give out free Monster cans. And every single player there is heavily caffeine addicted, I guess, because it's free Monsters. Who's gonna say no to a free Monster?
Who's gonna
I know
say
Pizarro
no?
didn't. I saw him chug that like it was the last drop of water in like a desert or something.
Chugged it like a new Yumiko skin, you know?
Oh yes, for sure. But you know, he's doing really well with this Yumiko skin, so maybe he doesn't want a new one. Like,
You know,
the machete effect, of course.
normally within the Mastercup, they would have gone through at least 4 or 5 different Unico skins already, but they've kind of been on this particular one the entire tournament.
Right, it's a good one. I think it's the best Yumiko skin, so there's no reason for him to switch it around in like a serious environment like this.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
in
fair
like
enough.
easier sets, he's like messing around, playing different skins.
Yeah.
Also, don't get about different skins. Linux is in a different legend now. Wait, no, he's not. It's a different skin. Right, he changed skin from the last game, right? I believe so.
Yeah, it was Akuma
was on the
before.
Akuma.
This is a Val as well. I'm not familiar too much with Val, but I think this is Val, right?
Yeah, it is a well battle pass skin, I believe. And it's a heavy downgrade from Akuma, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, nothing could really beat, like, you know, the Street Fighter classics. Not for
Right.
nothing here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, Akuma, 10 out of 10 skin. This one, I would give it a 7 out of 8.
Yeah, I mean, it's
7
7
out
out
of
of
10.
8.
My bad. 7 or 8 out of 10. That's what I was going
All
for.
right, it's not terrible. I mean, I don't mind it. I like it. You know what I mean? But regardless, they're putting it to good use here. This I was expecting Linux to be a lot more, you know, like to put Fazaro on the back feet here, but it looks like, you know, for all intents and purposes here, Fazaro is doing real strong. Like, we do see Linux trying to put the pressure on, but it's not really going in their favor, I think.
Well, Meyer, seeing that Fazaro is destroying the person who took out Machete to the lower side of the brackets.
Number 3
seeing
power
Fazaro
rating, yeah.
beating someone like that this easily is really surprising. There's one thing I would love to see though. We watched Shadra against Fazaro, and that was kind of a close set, even though Shadra was lagging. I would really like to see Shadra without the lags. I think he would have a really good chance at winning. I mean, he still does with the lag.
Right. I don't think I'm ready to see Shadra at full power. But
maybe for the next Galaxy Cup, he's not gonna lag.
Yeah, maybe. But are they still in the losers bracket? I'm looking at
yes, Shadra is still there.
Right.
He's in 4th place currently, and if he beats DeLeo actually, then he's gonna advance to top 3 as well.
Okay.
Challenging probably Linux if he loses this, which he just might. The side sig. You can cut the tension with a great sword, with Machete's great sword.
Yep. Man, it's close, man. It's so close. These two guys have been at it for so long. This is match point, I believe, for Fazaro, correct? So Fazaro is gonna want this out as soon as possible.
And Linux wants that monitor. Oh. Is he gonna get it? He's gonna break his monitor, I swear.
Oh no! Wait till you win the new one before you break your old one. Come on.
You gotta win. No, Fazaro. Anyone's game. He has the hammer.
Anybody's game.
He's gonna downlight chair. Oh, he drops the recovery. What are you doing, Linux?
Was there not a punish in there? Oh, there it is.
No, there's just no way. One damage difference, Meyer. A singular damage difference.
One damage point! And that was taken by Fazaro to secure this and help them move into the grand finals, man.
Now he's actually gonna break his monitor. There is no way.
Oh man.
Linux is one step further away from winning the 27-inch FHD 165 Hz Ultra IPS monitor E-key.
That's right. For those who are just joining in, tuning in, and wondering what the heck's going on, my name is Meyer. This is Friday On. This is the Mastercup Community Tournament sponsored by Cooler Master. And as for the numbers and the hertz that Fry was talking about, I think we do have a scene for that now, showing off what our contestants are in the running to win right about now. Should be right here.
I'm right here.
No. Behind you. Behind you.
Behind me? No. Wait, there's someone behind me.
We've got the monitor, the Cooler Master GM27. This is, of course, that 27-inch 165 hertz monitor there. We got the AIO. That's an all-in-one water cool setup for your PC there. The Master Liquid PL240 Flux, and of course we got the MF120 prismatic fan there for our 3rd place winner today here over at the Mastercup Community Tournament. For more information, guys, you can check out coolermaster.com. Today's tournament. All right.
Meyer, it looks like, I gotta be honest with you here. I see that monitor on my screen. And I'm a full-time streamer with a single monitor. That means every time I read chat, I have to alt-tab, and I like that's how I read chat, you know? I mentioned that in the previous stream.
Yeah.
Now that Machete is out of the tournament, I'm starting to reconsider my options here. Maybe I should have played for the monitor instead.
Oh man, I feel for you, man. I cannot believe this guy. He streams full time. He only has one monitor. I mean, like, do you use your phone to read chat? Do you like tab out? What goes on under the hood, man? I have no clue.
I just alt tab every millisecond that I can, even mid stock, mid signature hit.
Mid-stock.
Wait.
What?
Fire. We're seeing
Yes.
it. It's the Leo on the pick. The most annoying pick in the history of Brawlhalla.
Oh, this is the Leo's pick here in the losers bracket here versus Shadra.
Okay.
Okay.
Ansig. He's gonna do it in a second here. As soon as he does one, I'm gonna let you know what sig I'm talking about. This guy is known for his Ansig spam. In high level, you cannot get away with spamming. But this guy can spam it. Oh, there it is. He immediately got punished, but he did it. This guy is so good at spamming that one sig that he actually became famous for it.
He became known in the community as the most annoying player, I see.
And you can expect a lot of those antics if he does have the bow in hand. But I think
see.
Shadra knows it. He's gonna do it already. There's just nothing else he can go for. See, he went for it already.
Yeah, I have a feeling the
Immediately
Shadra
punished.
is aware, but it seems like he was punished now twice in a row. Whether or not he's gonna be able to spam it, we'll see in a second. But I'm not necessarily well versed with it. But there you go, nice equalizer there from the Leo here.
Oh, now if I'm Shadra here,
Mm-hmm.
you know how I just talked about really wanting that monitor? If I'm Shadra here, maybe I prioritize my mental health over the monitor, so I just resign from this match. And but you know, Shadra has a really strong mental, and he's not gonna give up just that easily.
Yeah, we spoke heavily about like how mental and psyching out your opponent can really change the way the game is played. You know, Brawlhalla is one of those games that are easy to pick up but hard to master. And when it gets that technical, you kind of need every single last brain cell to be able to pull out some of these maneuvers that these guys are doing. But I mean, we've seen a bunch of guys literally in chat with us talking smack, so I'm not necessarily too sure if maybe perhaps their mental fortitude is a bit stronger than our game or what, man.
Yeah, well, the people in the chat, some of them might be good, some of them might not be good, but I guarantee no one in the chat is as good as these guys. Sometimes I just think about the fact that we are so spoiled to be one click away from watching the highest levels of gameplay just by joining the Mastercup Twitch channel and watching these guys brawl it out. Like, you get to see the highest levels of EU gameplay here from these two guys, and the Ansig that the Leo is known for. It comes out once again.
There it is. Yeah, I mean, truly it is humbling. I mean, like, as for myself, I'm a bit of a scrub when it comes to Brawlhalla in general. It is a real treat. I feel spoiled every single time we have this opportunity to get these guys to play, but also to to get you to also to commentate and tell me exactly what the heck is going on. Because without you, without the community, without chat, we wouldn't have anything. But it looks like he's changed to his guitars now. Never mind, back to the bow, back to the guitars. He's juggling, keeping us wondering what's going on here.
No, he prioritized the guitars. Might not be a good idea here, since Shadra is one hit away from taking him out of the match here. Not quite enough. Oh, big string, he keeps it going.
That was a great string there, but it was ended just as
Nice
fast as it
attempt by
started.
Deleo. Also, this is a best of 3 as well, so it can end very abruptly. Wait, was that game 2?
I'm not sure which game we hopped in on that in, but it looks like we have lost the Leo, at least for a second, until our TOs can advise. But yeah, what's going on here? It looks like we still have Shadra in the lobby, but yeah, regardless, some really good Brawlhalla there from the Leo. That's Fry.
I'm
I was like,
cosplaying
wait,
him.
what? Yeah.
Well, he's not
Okay.
joining. I almost started. You almost started. No, I think the Leo is restarting. Oh, he said nice bait in the chat. I got him with that, guys.
Oh
I got
man.
him with that. He is back. The Italian with the best Ember picking Orion for some reason. Now, I've
All right.
never seen that. Should I be scared, Meyer, or
Should you be scared with the skin or the pick?
the pick? Or the
So-
Leo and Ember?
Uh-huh.
If he can do that signature spamming on Ember, Maybe on Orion he has something even more devastating and dangerous. One way to find out.
Well, yeah, there's only one way to find out indeed. And of course, the Leo does need to win this. Otherwise, they are out of the tournament here. Shatter with the 1 point in this best of 3. But I don't think I've seen an Orion before with the Mastercup. So we'll see what they have in store for us today. Looking like the Black Power Ranger here.
He goes for an Enlight, which is a very good combo starter on Spear. But I don't think the Leo has that much Spear experience, so... But he does have the Lance from Vector converted.
That's
here,
right. He does have the Lance. Ooh. Oh no. And already it's looking like this might be Shatter's game. They've got that 1 stock insurance right there, 3-2, and we don't necessarily have a good response just yet from the Leo and their Orion just yet either.
Yes, this is looking grim here. Maybe this pick was not it. Or maybe Shadra just stopped lagging and he's making wonders here with the side.
Maybe.
That's enough?
That was enough.
Well, Meyer, you remember how earlier I said I don't like it when casters count out the person? Well, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. The Leo lost this match. I don't care what happens. I don't care if Shadra starts lagging. His PC dies, it explodes. The bot is gonna win. It's unwinnable. It is over, guys. I know I'm ruining it, but that's just the hard-boiled truth.
Well, now, I mean, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that. Listen, okay, anything can go. We've seen somebody be 2 stock before. Maybe perhaps this might be the unholy 3 stock right now. Don't discount the Leo just yet. Anything can happen. It doesn't matter if his HP is in yellow right now and he has 3 stocks to beat. Doesn't matter if he doesn't even have the recovery to get back onto the stage. He might still have a chance here. Look, he's
the side sick. Now he gets a knockout, I could say unless, but I don't think that's happening.
Oh, come on, at least get the 1. At least get the 1. Come on, Leo. At least get the 1. Come on, Leo.
Well, now he's gonna know never to switch off his main character.
Oh man, we'll see. We'll see. Come on, just the 1 stock here.
He's not getting it.
Ooh, you don't think? Yo, Shadra here. Oh, Annihilation.
There's no way.
Okay.
I've never seen anyone leave a lobby faster than that.
Oh no. Well, regardless, Leo, thank you so much for playing. Leo has been eliminated from today's tournament, leaving Shadra here to move on in to face off against Linux in the losers final.
Well, the Leo is gonna walk home empty-handed. However, everybody else in the tournament who's still in has already won something.
That's right.
Whether that be a 27-inch FHD 165Hz Ultra IPS monitor, or a PL240 Flux, or a MF 120 Prismatic.
That's right. So, and if those letters didn't mean anything to you, we do have a scene that can Mike show us the scene? Scene. I'm a very awkward caster. This is what they pay for.
There is a scene. Any second now. There is a scene.
There we go. Yo, guys, this is what our contestants have to win today. This is what they're doing. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all for. We've got ourselves a Cooler Master GM27, a 27 Hz monitor there. We've got the Master Liquid PL240.
27 Hz monitor? Oh no. Maybe these guys want second place instead.
Oh man,
it's okay, Meyer. I said.
Did I say 27 hertz?
Like yeah, you said 27 hertz. I think. Yes.
165 hertz monitor.
Yeah, you were focused on the hertz.
Oh man, it hurts so much to get it wrong. Yeah.
Oh, I get it. It hurts.
Ahead of us as well, we've got Linux and Shadra here right now in the losers final. The winner will be moving on in to face off against the loser of the grand finals in a second.
Well, if you asked me earlier today who I think would be in the top 3 of this tournament, I would have said Machete, Lilox, and Shadra. And guess what? There's no Machete, but there's a Pizarro still in the winner's side.
That's
the underdog of this tournament that I would not have expected to top 3 in the winner's side.
The under Yumiko. I mean, like, honestly, I've seen within the Mastercup, this is kind of where Pizarro tends to be. But this has been some really awesome losers bracket like play right here between Linux and Shadra for sure. I mean, we had Shadra and Fizaru before Fizaru dropped Shadra down here in the first place. We might just see Shadra come back up again and face off against Fizaru in a second here, because that's that first stock.
I think this is gonna be a really close set. I cannot see this not going to game 3, honestly. Especially if Shadra has like an unfortunate lagging incident or something.
We'll see. I mean, like, I'm not capable of seeing what their lag bars are at the moment, but so far, I mean, like, yeah, so far they've been doing pretty good.
Imagine just a floating FPS and pink bar above your opponent, so you know who you're fighting at all times, and you see like a big drop in FPS and you just go in completely all in. Would be maybe a fun game mode, who knows.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, to be fair, I think that's the case in certain other fighting games, like Street Fighter might have like the Wi-Fi bars or whatever to show like what the guy's lag is like, but ooh, Shadra!
Such an early
looking
knockout.
Strong.
He's running away with this. Linux had a big lead, but Shadra quickly answered by ground pounding twice. Enough to take down the second stuff of Linux. And now he's dealing more damage. He's snowballing super well. Weapon throw into recovery, into covered against a downlight ground pound.
Damn.
Downlight recovery takes him out though. Both players on one stock here. Game 1.
Looks like this might just be Shadra's. I mean, because come on, Shadra tends to be so aggressive. Once they get that scythe, I'm fairly certain we have less than 20 seconds left of this game here.
For sure. You don't really see that many scythe players in EU, but Shadra is one of them, and he's one of the fastest one for sure. Exact opposite of me. I like taking my time with scythe. I play it quite slow, Maya. I like to consider everything, but Shadra is just going in.
Is it possible
and
to
maybe
play
that's gonna cost him the game.
Okay then. Okay, Linux on Stivani there, showing us that, yo, don't count us out just yet, man. And it looks like they're sticking with that character, moving on into this next game here. We got Mirage and Val once again, Shadra and Linux. But you were talking about like, go on.
Sorry for interrupting you here, but I quickly want to say something. Every single time Linux wins a match, he's not switching his skin, but when he loses, he switches it out.
Right.
He's shown us the Akuma, the Battle Pass skin, and now Stevani.
Very true.
Can't wait to see what he
Val.
picks if he loses this.
Very true. I mean, how many? I mean, I imagine within Brawlhalla there are tons of skins now at this point for the character of Val. Yeah.
I think Val is actually the character with the second most skins after Hattori, I believe.
Okay.
It's a fan favorite. It's like Lux in League of Legends. Every big update, there's a new skin for Val.
I mean, it's a good kit. I mean, you've got that scythe, you've got that. Ooh, whoa! But they can recover? Can they? They have. All right, there we go.
Such an emotional roller coaster this set.
It really is, man.
Like last match as well. It was just back and forth. Big leads from both players, just going around and around. Maybe this match is gonna be similar to that as well.
Maybe.
With the sword. Pretty easy to knock out with sword. And light. One more of those and it's perfectly enough. And there it comes almost. It's a downlight Siren set, but it breaks just as well.
Alright, it's gonna come down to these guys in a second, but like tell me. You asked me before, who do you think is going to, win in the last game? Like right now, of these two contestants, who do you think is the stronger one? Who do you think is going to be taking home this game?
I would honestly say Shadra is better than Linux at the moment. But the lag and like the nerves, and there's big prize on the line. I can imagine that Linux can win this as well, especially with the first match going for him. I believe it's 1-0 for him, right? Yes, it is for Linux.
Yeah,
right?
it's 1-0 for Linux at the moment. So I mean, on paper they are a little bit stronger, even though in game right now they are actually on the back foot there health wise.
I mean, I really hope Shadra is gonna advance to the winner side, because we have yet to, wait, no, actually we have seen a Fizaru Shadra set before. Wait, actually, I'm just realizing. both players in the lower side of the bracket have been 2-0'd by Fazaro in the winner's side.
Oh, you're not wrong. That's very true. However, Shadra did jump off twice in one of their matchups, though, right? So when it comes down to it.
Also, I blinked twice and Linux already took the stock that he was.
You're right.
Oh, well, I
Here
blinked
we go.
another time and Shadra takes that stock as well. But I need
That's
to
the
stop blinking,
equalizer.
Meyer.
Yeah, you need to keep your eyes open for this one because the winner of this is going to be moving on into the grand final to face off against Fazaro 80 yet again. The winner of which is going to be taking home that 165 Hz monitor courtesy of our sponsor over in Cooler Master. To see how it goes. Both guys basically have the exact same amount of HP. I don't think we'll see that crazy 1 damage difference that we saw before in that previous game.
Right. Well, beautiful sidelight, going against the sidelight recovery reach from Linux. Shadra missing the punish because it's a pay-to-win skin. I guarantee you, if it's any other skin, Shadra knows where to punish. And I'm not even joking. And I'm not even joking, Meyer. I'm completely serious. This skin is the only skin in the game that is actually unironically pay-to-win. And I wonder why Linux doesn't use this more. He actually got a free miss punish because of the skin, and I'm not even joking. The people in the chat can agree with me on that, with this.
Is that because the animation is so different from the other skins? I mean, like they kind of like turn into 2 characters with a ball and then go back into the thing, so it's hard to like judge.
It turns invisible for a tiny bit, and you don't know which direction it's going, left or right. It looks the same, really.
I see. Well, regardless, with that said and done, Linux moves on. Wait, yes, Linux moves on to the grand finals to face off against Fazaro 80, the winner of which is going to be taking home that Cooler Master 27-inch 165 Hz monitor, courtesy from our sponsors. And for those who are just joining in, once again, for the last time tonight, my name is Meyer. This is Friday Assault. Today, we're playing Brawlhalla for our Mastercup community tournament. This is the grand final now. We have 2 of some of the best Brawlhalla players in Europe here competing. We've got Linux, we've got Fazaro 80. They're coming head-to-head in just a few moments' time to see who is going to come out with our grand prize of that monitor, the loser. And I hate to say the word loser, but second place.
Right, it's not a loser, right? It's
exactly. Yeah, second
I have
place.
a question, Meyer. You mentioned earlier there's no bracket reset. Now, does that mean if Linux wins this, there's no grand final reset, and it's just Fazaro? It's just a Linux win, or is there a grand final reset if Linux were to win?
I believe that in this best of 5, if Linux were to win, Linux has won, and we'll leave it to the TOs to let us know, because I think you're expecting that if Fazaro was to win, that's GG, but if Linux to win, we have to do it again, right?
Exactly. Well, that's how double elimination usually works. And I'm sure Linux would be quite upset if that wasn't. I mean, Linux wouldn't be upset, but Fazaro would be.
Fazaro might be, yeah.
There's a common strategy here, Meyer. I'm not sure if it's the case in other fighting games as well. But if you're Fazaro in this situation, you play a legend that you normally wouldn't play, and you lose the first set on purpose just to get a feel of your opponent. And then you can go into the second set with your main character, knowing what your opponent is doing, and you're a bit more ready for what's coming, and you can fight it full power. I wonder if... but I don't think Fazaro has another pick, so... doesn't matter anymore.
No, I mean, Fazaro is 100% all the time Yumiko. So, regardless, with the Mastercup community tournaments, I believe that we do not do resets or or advantages. And here we are, guys, for the grand final. We'll see.
I'm gonna set up for this one. I have no clue who's taking this. Both players completely on an even ground here. Fazaro a tiny bit more damaged, way more damaged as we advance here. Actually, you could see Shadra point out the side sig of the last match, and yes, I was indeed right. He couldn't punish it because of the animation. So That's why Linux is not switching skins, maybe.
So the animation doesn't actually, you said the animation, like the character disappears for a brief second. It doesn't confer like a invulnerability, but
no, it doesn't.
They can still be hit, even though they can't.
Yes, but you don't see them, so.
Right.
Plus, the problem is not with actually the invisibility. That's a problem as well, but you don't know which direction they're facing, so.
I see, okay.
Pretty unfair, but honestly, respect to Linux for playing it. If there was a Fate skin like that, would be the only Fate skin I play.
That's fair enough. But, you know, let's not discount Linux getting here all the way in the first place. I don't think I've seen them use Stevoni just yet. But regardless, here we are, Linux versus Fizaru 80, who just managed to equalize. And so far, Linux is looking the stronger of the two at the moment. However, we have seen Fizaru level up and power up and blast through the competition before time and time again. I don't know if we've seen Fizaru win a Mastercup tournament just yet, so this might be the one to look out for today, guys.
Now, I would say he's gonna win, but I actually like that there's no reset and advantages. It's just a completely even fighting ground here, and it's anyone set here. So, I don't have anyone winning for this, actually. If you ask me right now, Fry, who do you think wins this? I have no clue. Can be. And they don't know either. For sure, it's a completely even battle here. But Linux is in the lead, so maybe that can tell us something. And it's a best of 5 as well, not just a best of 3, so...
Correct. It is a best of 5, so unlike our previous games, we can have, a maximum of 5 different games or a minimum of 3, but we'll see. Right now, both players are completely even when it comes to HP here, moving on into this final stock of the game.
Well, one thing I gotta mention real quick. I'm super glad that our grand final is between 2 players that are exactly as good as each other. Like, these guys are exactly as good as the other one. And that's really rare for a grand finale to have, you know. We have that now.
So why is that the case? Because like I'd imagine that, you know, like especially with like a community tournament, you have people coming from all parts of the community, right? So at the very beginning, you might have let's get this conversation outside of the game, because man, it's getting hot right now. It's ridiculous, man.
Oh, a single downlight from both of them could decide the match here. Who's gonna hit the downlight first?
Who's gonna get that first hit? It was almost Fizaru. That platform got in the way for a brief second there, I think.
Goes for it. No punish. Weapon advantage to Fizaru. No longer weapon advantage. There, not enough.
Oh, not enough. Deep in the barbecue now.
Another one would be enough for sure. He risks it, but still not enough. What's happening? Okay, I can't watch. Okay, why are you watching? Tell me what happens.
Okay, well, Linux took that stock moments after Fry shut his eyes. Linux takes that first stock, takes game number 1 of this best of 5. All right. Well, it looks like we're sticking with our characters. Obviously, Yumiko is, well, Fizaru is Fizaru, Yumiko is Yumiko. And I imagine with the time it took to move on, yes, indeed, we still have Linux here sticking with Stevoni Val. And yeah, dude, that was a very tense, very close fight here. And we'll see how it goes, man. I'm so excited. That was
the first match from the best of 5. Imagine what the rest of the matches are gonna be like.
Exactly.
That is just crazy.
Usually within like you know, like I guess finals especially, you have the players like kind of feeling out the competition to see exactly what's going on. But they've kind of been, you know, like they've been pulling out all the stops all day, and it hasn't stopped.
The more we watch, the more I realize how much I love this game, Meyer. Like, every second I'm just surprised by what these players are capable of.
That's
and
true,
now,
man.
the more I look, the more I realize if I were to compete, I probably would have lost to one of these guys, and I would not be winning that monitor just by their performance here in the grand finals.
They have been in true top form. I mean, we've seen Linux and Fizaru here before in the Mastercup, but not really quite like this. Right now, I don't know where the extra pressure is coming from, but it looks like Fizaru is turning up the heat here. They lost that one stock, then they're not out just yet. The mental's still strong.
Oh god.
as
Fazaro
Rip
needs to
says-
snowball here. It's the sig that we talked about before, but he didn't charge it, so there's no invisibility at the beginning.
Oh, I see.
Nice punish on the gravity cancel down light. Down sig. The trap sigs from Fazaro, you can see him just throw these out. That's his #1 way of snowballing. If he has a lead, he's just gonna throw those out, and the opponent is too scared to punish it, and he can just get away with it. That's what you see him doing there.
Yeah, I do like the trap sig a lot because ooh, there we go. Nice equalizer there from Linux, because it is one of those things where once you do have the advantage, you can then choose the pace at which the game is being played because your opponent is less likely to want to step on the traps. But yeah, Linux, however, is very aggressive. You know, like
that's especially good if you have a lead like Fazaro here, and it's really good to extend your lead like he's doing right now. The trap sig side there. He's another trap sig off stage. That was, I think, a bit too unnecessarily risky, but
it was fairly optimistic.
Right, for sure. Would have been really sick if it works out.
100%.
Now he's weaponless, but picks up a weapon. Side there, not enough. Weapon throw dodged. Gravity cancel downlight catches the dodge. Trap sig comes out once again. Miss. Oh, he's coming back. Linux wants that 165 Hz 27-inch monitor.
Did you mention a 165 Hz 27-inch monitor?
I think I did. I might have. Oh, I don't need to mention it. It's the one thing shining in front of Linux's eyes here.
That's right. They have that first stock under their belt. They want that second one straight away, but it looks like they're not going to do it without a fight here as Yumiko seals that last stock.
Oh, Linux unarmed damage. A lot of players would start running if they don't have a weapon. Not Linux. Linux goes in unarmed.
Linux goes straight in there and discovers a weapon. You know.
So even once again. I need to drink a sip of my tea here. I cannot watch this again.
Oh man, these guys, I don't know what it is, but I mean, you mentioned at the very beginning of this competition between these two people that they are even. They are equal, and they're proving it right here. I mean, like when it comes down to it, damage dealt, amount of like hits made. I will look at all the stats in a second after this has concluded, but like, it's so hard to tell who is going to come out on top because not only are they even, but they're also like pushing it. You know, like they're not just like, ooh, taking their time.
How much not enough?
Oh, there it
the
is.
Trapsig. Did you see the perfect usage of the Trapsig?
Indeed.
No
There
one
we
else
go.
can do that. I guarantee you. You put the best players in Brawlhalla in that exact scenario. No one goes for that except Fazaro.
That's
That's
right,
the
man.
character knowledge he has.
Yeah, I mean, like, Fazaro just is Yumiko, as you say. I mean, like, yet again, I mean, like, I don't think I have seen Fazaro use anybody else. Not even once. The one time I thought they did, they just changed the skin. But regardless, here we are. We're one apiece now with this best of 5. Each player here has 1 game under their belt here.
If
I'm only
this was
3
a
to
best
win.
of 3, I would be sitting here nervous. And I'm still sitting here nervous, even though it's a best of 5. Like, both of these guys are really good friends of mine. I've met them several times at LANs, as I said. Fazaro, fan of the monsters. And I'm gonna meet both of them in exactly 6 days in real life. So I guess I'm looking forward to that. And I'm gonna personally congratulate the winner of this.
I'll have some choice words for you, I'm sure. Like, hey, why did you say that about me, man, on the Mastercup?
Yeah, he's gonna confront me about calling him out on the skin for sure.
Right. But regardless, here we are, and again, these guys, I mean, there is just clearly, there's no clear winner. Each one has 1 apiece, but Linux here wanting to shut my mouth as they take out Fazaro with orange HP, but let's see how it goes, and if they keep up this momentum.
After that early knockout with the side sig, there might be a slight lead here built up for Linux. Now,
That's right.
Can Fazaro come back from that? Well, time will tell, but so far Linux is snowballing really well. The trap sig, oh my, this guy. Another try.
The trap sig does make like Fazaro's there's the equalizer we're looking for. But that trap sig does make this character seem a little bit more powerful than I mean, like other bow users. Like, what do they have that you know, would even compete to like being able to dominate a space as well as the traps do.
I mean, I can't really compare the trap signatures to other characters that don't have trap signatures, because the entire character is just carried by the traps, in my opinion, in my humble opinion. But then again, Fazaru is playing really well without the trap sigs as well. You can see here with the light attack strings.
Yeah, they definitely don't need the trap sigs, you know what I mean? Ooh, there we go.
Barely touched. Also, if you're Linux here, there's one secret tip I can give against Fazaru, which he's not gonna hear. See, if this was that other guy who listens to the stream while playing, if this was him, he would have an advantage here. But every time you knock Fazaru off stage, he never uses his dodge because he's saving it last second to gravity cancel Lansig at the end. So if you're Linux, right now you run him down inside, but he's not gonna do that. He didn't. See, if he were to run him down inside there, would have gotten a stock. He still gets it though, so that's fine. Yeah, that's information I gathered by fighting Fazaru over 500 times in ranked already, so...
Well, there you go. We have the deep lore and the deep analytics and insight that, you know, we come to expect from eFry. But here we have...
Also, some more insight. Linux. There's a website where you can check how many tournaments players entered. And I believe in Europe, Linux is number 4 with the most entered tournaments. And fun fact, Machete is number 3, so...
Number 3 is number 3.
We have a lot of tournament grinders in this tournament. We would have the number 1 as well, but he's casting, so, you know.
He's actually, not just Linux. Number 1, he's the number 1 twice, you know? Like, oh dude! God. Linux was doing some sick things, man. There we go, Linux.
As I was bragging about my number 1-ness in most tournaments entered, this guy just does that. It was like, Fry, stop talking. Well, let me show you a really sick knockout here. And he did just that.
So now we're down to match point, by the way, guys, for Linux. Should Linux win this match, they've taken home that 27-inch 165Hz monitor courtesy of Cooler Master.
Right, well, Fazaru needs to step up here. I mean, he's been playing well enough, but apparently not well enough. Oh, no, he's running away with it now. The trap 6. Interesting to see the spot dodges being turned into gravity cancels from Linux. Not a lot of players can use that well enough. You could see Fazaru go for that as well, not as successfully.
Ooh, I like that sig from Val though. I mean, like, it's a very interesting move. I think they might be persuading me away from the lance almost, man, with that sword play. Whoa, that strike again. That's what secured that last game as well.
Well, Linux not only one game up, but also a stock up now. Now, I wonder if Linux were to win this, which he might not after that really early knockout, if I must admit. Well, if Linux were to win this, I wonder if Fazaru is gonna expect the reset or not. Because if you're Fazaru here, I mean, he's played in enough Mastercup tournaments.
Mastercup games to know exactly.
No reset, so.
We've said it a number of times as well, and I believe it's also posted on the Discord too. But
he should know.
Yes.
And plus, if you're a high-level Brawlhalla player, it shouldn't matter. You should be always playing your 100%, so... On
Very
paper,
true,
it doesn't matter.
What combo was that? That was disgusting there by Fazaru, almost deserving that stock after that, man.
You're not quite yet, though, but the Russia Mafia almost. That was a half Russia Mafia there, without the down life. That is what like the concept of Russia Mafia is, but there's a beginner move beforehand that he couldn't land, but he didn't need to. Linux losing after that big lead.
Yeah, Linux had an amazing lead right now, but it looks like Fazaru might just clinch this into a double match point scenario right here.
Not just losing, getting destroyed. This is by far the most dominant match of the set so far.
Yes, this has definitely got Fazaru's name written all over it there. They've been really using that hammer to great effect We've seen them use the bow very often during this tournament, but not really quite so much the hammer. They have been using it, but they haven't really been favoring it the way they have done with this particular game.
Perfect punishes from Fazaro there. Another side there. Weapon throw misses. Might be a bit unnecessarily risky, but if you're in a big lead, you can take the risk and win the set. I mean, win the match.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, well.
Can you believe we've already had 4 games with these guys?
Well,
here it is.
I don't even know what to say. We're going into Grand Finals, Game 5. Entirely even on the Akuma here. Imagine what they're feeling right now. One of them is gonna win a monitor. That is
the other
crazy.
one's winning an all-in-one cooler. I mean, like, honestly, I couldn't choose which prize I would want. Obviously, you'd be able to see that #1 prize every single day. You know what I mean? You'd be able to see the cooler as well. And the cooler is from Cooler useful. Master, not for nothing. But still, you know, like, you want...
Very Cooler Master.
But ladies and gentlemen, this is the last match of the tournament of tonight. This is Linux versus Fazaro 80, the winner of which is going to be taking home that Cooler Master 27-inch 165Hz monitor. The loser, second place, is going to be taking home the all-in-one liquid cooler for their PC. Both amazing prizes, but we know which one both of these guys want today as they go head-to-head, neck-to-neck.
And I believe Fazaro is playing on 144 Hz. I might be wrong here, but if he is, then he really needs to upgrade his monitor by winning, potentially. All he needs here is one good trap sig, and he can already push out the lead. Because we've seen it before. If Fazaro gets the knockout first, then he can snowball really hard. Now, on the other hand, if Linux gets the first knockout, he usually doesn't snowball as hard, but he's also not letting Fazaro snowball, so... it's really beneficial for him to get the first knockout. So whoever gets the first knockout here has a big lead essentially, and Linux is the one getting it.
There it is.
The gauntlets.
However, Linux is so deep in that red that I feel as if like a stiff breeze could equalize this at any point.
I believe a bone there would not be enough, but a recovery would for sure be enough, or maybe a downlight as well. Downlight recovery, which Fazaro attempts. Now Linux is the one snowballing here.
That's right. Sadly, there it is.
So fast, so unexpected. I didn't expect it, Linux didn't expect it, and I know Meyer didn't expect it either.
Not at all, man. But there it is, and that's how it goes. But still, Fazaro has quite a bit more HP to fight back here before they're clearly equalized here with Linux. But knowing them, they have what it takes to get there and more.
I'm feeling a one-stock red situation, Meyer. Both of them are going to go down to the last stock, and they're going to be one hit away. And it's going to be just one hit. And maybe a trap sig with...
Oh, I was so close there, man.
Both players taking so much risks with that. Oh, no punish from Linux. He hates himself after that. You already know. The trap sig, I would. The side sig's so unexpected again.
Oh my god. That was super close there from Fazaro.
He drank a monster mid-set, I swear. Like, that is inhuman performance.
He drank two. He drank two. Make that 3. He's going to those hats.
Oh my god.
He's mainlining it, man, because that's ridiculous. And there is that stock.
And he's really good at snowballing. Is he going to snowball again? Is he actually going to snowball again? With the trap six, he's trying it. Another one.
Oh.
If you're Linux here, you can't let it happen. Another trap sig.
Yeah,
another trap sig.
Does not want this. Fazaro here, daring him to come to him, daring him with those trap sigs.
He's running away with it. Recovery would be so much damage here. Sarah is also so much damage. He's snowballing so fast. That is
Linux cannot afford to lose any more HP.
Exactly. He needs a knockout now. The trap sig. He gets the knockout.
Oh, there it is.
Game 5, Grand Finals, last stock. Fazaro with a slight lead. And Sig Light. Oh, Linux might get the gimp. He gets the gimp, I think. He gets it.
Oh
It's over.
no, Bizarro! Oh! Say it ain't so. Linux takes home the grand prize today at the Mastercup Community Tournaments. Bizarro, you were so close, my friend. So close.
If
Sadly,
you're
not close
Fazzaru
enough,
there,
man.
Linux typed GG's unlucky man in the chat. Well,
Oh.
if you're Fazzaru there, you know what you type? Nothing. You blankly stare at your monitor for 30 minutes straight thinking of what you just did. He
Oh,
lost an
man.
unlosable game.
Oh.
And you know what? He's staring at the monitor because he gets to keep that monitor and he does not get a new one. You know who does get a new one though? Linux. Brand new monitor. Congratulations, Linux.
The shade, dude.
Well, these are my friends.
Oh.
I can throw shade at them, right? 'Cause,
Yeah, you can. They're your friends, man. But still, god damn. Bizarro, thank you so much for competing today, man. Commiserations, but still, you go home with that second place prize of the Cooler Master AIO water cooler. Linux, on the other hand, is our grand champion today for our
champ.
tournaments. The champ! And will be our defending champion in the next Brawlhalla tournament when that happens. 7-inch 165 hertz monitor courtesy of our sponsor over at Cooler Master. For more information, guys, of all these prizes here and more, you can check out all the lineup over at coolermaster.com. Yo,
And he
Fry.
came from the losers bracket as well. He had a really impressive run.
He did.
He took Machete to the lower side, which is already a really big surprise. And then he managed to took out Shadra 2-0. And then he turned it around against Fazzaru and won a crazy comeback set.
That's right. That's right. Well deserved all the way around. And for those who are asking in chat, no, there is no reset with the Mastercup community tournaments. And I think we mentioned this a couple times before. Linux is our grand champion today. Thank you once again, everybody, for playing and participating and watching. Fry, thank you so much for
Watching, of course.
casting with us as well. I enjoyed it. I've learned so much in the 2 weeks that we've cast together, man. And I hope we do this again very time soon. I can speak English. They pay me to do this sometimes.
Yes, I really hope I get to come on here and cast again because, you know, I really like what Mastercup is doing with Brawlhalla. You know, Brawlhalla, my favorite game of all time. It's my career. It's my life, technically, as sad as that sounds. And seeing a big company like Cooler Master sponsor prizes for Mastercup I'm really glad to see that. And, you know, I'm super glad to be a part of it. And maybe next time, if I were to be replaced as a caster after how much I trash talked my fellow competitors here, then I might join as a player, you know.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of whether or not we see you on the field there as a player or here in the box, man, I look forward to seeing you with our next Brawlhalla stream for sure. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to wrap up. We do have one more Brawlhalla tournament today at 3 p.m. Pacific time. If you want to see more Brawlhalla action from our North American friends, you can tune in there. I'm sure there's going to be a massive lineup of people to check out there as well. You can find out more information about that and more either in the links that will be showing up here on stream or on our Discord channel or the Start GG. We have a bunch of links that should be showing up right there. Thank you very much,
In
Timothy.
the chat.
That's right. And yeah, for those who are looking forward to more Mastercup streams after our NA stream tonight, next week we will not be having a stream because of TwitchCon, and the week after we're having a brief summer break. But catch us in about 2-3 more weeks' time for more Mastercup community goodness, with more tournaments, with more prizes, with more giveaways as well. All that and more. Until then,
More monitors, maybe.
More monitors, exactly. You know, like more monitors, maybe even some chairs. I don't know. I don't choose the
This
prizes.
chair here behind me, very, very good chair, I must admit. My favorite thing in my entire house. Every time I have guests over, they always compliment my chair, and it's from Cooler Master. So guys, get this chair. Very, very cool chair.
There you go. And that was not a sponsored endorsement either. But guys, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Until then, that's it from me. And Fry, one last time before we go, where can we find you on the internet?
Guys, I would shout out my Twitter or my Twitch here, but I don't care about those platforms. So subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's just Fridaysall. Thank you.
All right, that's youtube.com/Fridaysall. Guys, we'll see you next time. Until then, as always, stay cool.